Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. Hope you're having a good week so far. It is race day. We are in the middle of our work day and thought it was time to take a racing break to bring to you 16 exotic racing cars from Hot Wheels and Matchbox, mostly Hot Wheels. So, without any further ado, let's get the first two staged and ready. First up in the blocks is the Porsche 911 GT3 by Matchbox, taking on from the Motor Show 5-pack. It is the Renault Sport RS01, driven by Griffinsoul Diecast Motorsports. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Ooh, Renault. I think that was a car length beat. We'll switch them just to make sure. 2107 is the time to beat. Close to race that time, but the Renault 2109 moves to the next round. All right, so the next four cars will be out of the 5-pack. All the drivers for those cars: Griffinsoul Diecast Motorsports, KS Racing, Numbskull Racing, Cowboy Diecast Racing, Bad Fast Kentucky Racing, Redline Salvage Inc., and 7th Avenue Diecast. If your individual car gets the win at the end, we will name you as a driver of that car. But if any of the 5-pack cars wins, you'll also be named as a driver for picking the 5-pack. So in lane number 1, we have the Matchbox McLaren 720 Spider taking on that 2013 SRT Dodge Viper. Wow, I can't believe the McLaren got him by 5 thousandths. 2133 is the time to beat. Viper 2134 can't quite get it done, and the McLaren will move on. Next up, out of the Motor Show 5-pack, it is the Aston Martin Vulcan taking on the Claro GT, driven by Bavarian Diecast Racing. Woo! That's a one-and-done victory by the Aston. Next up in the blocks, in lane number 1, from the Hot Wheel Exotic Series, it's the Lamborghini Revention, driven by NZ Racing, taking on the Jaguar XE SV Project 8. Project 8, one and done with a 2114 on to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready in lane number 1, is the 67 Ford GT40 MK4, driven by Mr. Gravelrama and JC Hayes. And the last one from the 5-pack of the Motor Show is going to be the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Sesto Elemento taking it to him. Oh my Lanta. One and done victory. Motor Show moving on with its 3rd entry. And that would be actually the 4th entry. Next up in the blocks in lane number 1 is the Bugatti Bolide, driven by Zelda Diecast Racing, taking on the Lamborghini Aventador J. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. Wow, Bugatti. 2135 to 55. We'll switch them up. 2135 is the time to beat. Wow, Bugatti 2136. Moving on to round number 2. Next one up in the blocks is the Koenigsegg Guimera from the Hot Wheel Exotic Series, taking on the Matchbox Superfast Audi Avis Quattro, driven by Isaiah's Race Team, Scale Racing Channel, Northern Roads Racing, Cut Rocker Diecast, Kirk Parker, Aramis Rodriguez, Dennis Taylor, and Diecast Show Customs. I believe this is the fan favorite to win it all today. Let's find out. Oh my Lanta, 2077. Say no more. He'll be moving on to round number 2. And for future reference, it is in the 41 to 50 weight class. Next up in the blocks, last race of round number 1 in lane number 1, the 16 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster, driven by the Chase Family Racing and DXP Racing, taking on the McLaren Solus GT. Lamborghini one and done. Moving on to round number 2. After round 1 of racing, here's how it looks. Let's roll them. All right, the only car to beat a Motor Show 5-pack is the McLaren 720 Spider. Can he take out the Renault? No, no, no. I see gappage. He'll be moving on. All right, is it the Jag or is it the Vulcan? Moving on to round number 3. Good race. Jaguar 2113 to 17. Let's switch those lanes up. 2113 is the time to beat. Jaguar getting it done by a greater stretch. Look at that, 2106. He's gaining speed. Can the Bugatti eliminate the other Motor Show car, or does Motor Show keep climbing? Good race. 34039. We'll switch them. 2034 is the time to beat. 2027 indeed does it, and Motor Show 5-pack moves on. All right, it's the Lamborghini Roadster. Let's see what he's got for the Avis Quattro. He's got a big helping of applesauce. 2078 moves the Avis on. And then there were 4. So the Motor Show, definitely a fast 5-pack for modern castings. Semi-final round, Jaguar taking on the Renault. I'm going to say the Jag takes it. Renault gets the jump, but the Jag gets him on the back end. Very close race, 01 to 03. And can the Renault pull off better than 2101? Woo! Wow. 2105. So the Jaguar is going to move on. Okay, as they say, when the choir sings, it's epidemic from here. The Avis taking on the Lambo. Oh, my Atlanta. 2076. He's getting faster. So here's our race for third. Both from the Motor Show 5-pack. The Renault and the Lamborghini. Let's see who gets it. Renault all day. 2108. Good time. 2108 is the time to beat. And the Renault. Well, the 2112 will secure his place in third. And here is our exotics race final. It is the Jaguar in lane number 1 taking on the Avis. Loser of this race will take on the Renault to determine true second and third position. Avis. Talk about a gem. Let's go. He's just been sitting. I've been waiting to race this car for a while. And your winner is the Avis Quattro. But look at the Jag picking up pace. All right, let's make it official. Who's going to be second? Who's going to be third? Renault gets the jump. Man, but the Jaguar was catching up. 10:02, 102 to 104. 2102 is the time to beat. And the Jaguar can't get it done. And there you have it. Our overall winner is the Audi Avis, driven by Diecast Show Customs, Dennis Taylor, Aramis Rodriguez, Kirk Parker, Cut Rocker Diecast, Northern Roads Racing, Scale Racing Channel, and Isaiah's Race Team. Coming in second place was the Renault, specifically picked by Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports and KS Racing. Also, Numbskull Racing, Cowboy Diecast, picking the Jaguar, Bad Fast Kentucky, and I believe Redline Salvage Inc. and 7th Avenue Diecast for our second and third place winners. Congratulations on picking winners. Lots of drivers in the podium this week. Outstanding. Okay, so yeah, I want to see it too. This is my number 5 car. It is my Ferrari 308 Japanese Tomica. Very fast car. Let's see if the Audi has anything for the Japanese Ferrari. Whoo! Wow, 7.5 to 7.8. Let's switch them. 2075 and a greater than 3,000 speed. Avis. We try harder. Okay, believe it or not, it is sitting at number 4. Blown Camaro. Avis gets him. All right, 2077 and a greater than 3,000 speed. Camaro just can't get it done in the Avis. Stepping on the gas pedal, finding another gear. All right, a car that has been around for quite some time. Currently number 3 in the ranks after sending him back to the speed shop. He's got a different mechanic. He's been doing pretty good. Let's see if the Avis can take him out. Real close, 7.5 to 8.0. All right, let's see it. Mustang had him. Avis got him. Sitting in the number 2 spot is one from the Kenner Fast Ones. It is that Porsche. Looks like the Porsche needs reworked. I know there are certain castings that do not like lane 1 for whatever reason. Much closer race, but man, he cannot catch him. You know what that means. The fastest 31 to 40 car I have is a Japanese Tomica Lamborghini Countach. Let's see it. Does that Avis have what it takes? Gets him in the start. Lambo. Oh, he does get him. Oh, no. 2071 to 73. 2071. And a greater than 2,000 feet needed by the Lambo if he wants to keep his number 1 spot. What a race! Oh, my Lanta, son. Look at the Avis. And I cannot remember the last time a car from a Decide Your Ride race took first place, took the first spot in the weight class for its division. Pretty remarkable. If you know that fact, let me know in the comments. What a race. If you do not have this car in your ranks, I'd probably go get it. It's pretty quick. All right. So, what a race. Next up, Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports has made his way to Mile High Raceway. He's got quite a few cars. He's got some mods. He's got some stocks. We're going to race him up against the lineup, against the weight classes, and see where the Obsidian Mountain Raceway Garage would stand at Elevation Diecast Racing. Stay tuned. Channel versus channel will be soon coming. And tomorrow, the exciting Friday Night Lightning. We are all calibrated. It's time to see and fill in these ranks and see if anything can get past the 44 to get to the top tier. Friday Night Lightning returns this Friday. So from all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, if your car isn't fast, at least it'll look good on the shelf. See ya.